Happy Earth Day, everyone.
Yes. It's Earth Day.
Jay and Lisa here in the studio. Well, we've been here since 6 o'clock, but newly arrived, we've got Chess, AJ, and Tara, the Wandering Hearts, joining us here in the Volume.com studio. So great to meet you all. Welcome to Lightning 100.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So you guys out Third and Lindsley for our Nashville Sunday night last night. Actually, and Lieutenant Dan was the host, and he was telling us about how amazing the show was.
Yeah.
That our pre-broadcast
he said mad harmonies.
That's right. And so excited to have you all here in the studio again. Got another show here in Nashville before you leave town coming up tonight at the OG Basement. It is a 21 and over show. Doors at 6:30. The show starts at 7 o'clock. Get those tickets right now. The Wandering Hearts' latest album, Mother, is also available, so grab that if you don't have it. So, again, welcome to the studio. Welcome to Nashville. What's it been like touring your most recent tour here in the States? So great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. It's been amazing. We've done quite a lot of touring now in the States, and every time we come back, it just feels a little bit more like home. It's like we're kind of learning the roads a bit better. We're learning the routes. We're like getting.
Our geography's getting a lot better.
We're getting to grips, and we're going back to places, and we're like, oh, we have to go back there, and we have to do that, and we have to eat there, and we have to get coffee here, and so it's really nice and starting to feel quite familiar. Which is really lovely, and we've just had such a lovely welcome from everywhere we've gone, and it's like coming back to Nashville. We first came to Nashville in 2018.
Oh wow.
2017, 2018, and so it feels like we've made some friends here now, and so we come back, and it's like a nice kind of second home.
Well, what a weird kind of transition too, because 2018 is so different than 2024 here.
Oh, yeah.
It literally changed overnight.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure you're like, oh, we should go to that place that doesn't exist
Not
anymore.
there anymore. The
Right.
building's not even there. Yeah.
Now what do we do? Yeah.
And we were here in the beginning of 2020, so we were making our record in Woodstock, and then we had a ton of
last
touring,
record.
and we were staying in Nashville, and you guys had that awful tornado that kind of whipped through, and that changed East Nashville. Good, words are good. It changed, so you see, all of these shifts happening for all the different reasons, the dark times of 2020 and what happened afterwards. But it's so nice to be back. It's nice to be. We stay in East. And it feels
They're
very
like
much,
East Nashville.
Yeah, feels like a second home.
There are still some things that are familiar, but some of the things that maybe were the last time, not so much this time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's something that, there have been times that, coming up, and it's usually dark when we start the show.
Yeah.
So as I'm driving up 65 and, you're kind of approaching the skyline, and there are buildings that it's like, I didn't even realize they were being built until they were like just all of a sudden there,
Yeah.
Even I moved into a new building a few months ago, and there's already a new building now blocking my view. And I'm like, no, because I used to have we have Fort Negley, and then we have the Batman building, and now I don't get that. I have the view. I know it's all right. What are we gonna do? But it is pretty incredible with all those changes. And speaking of changes, you both are mothers now.
We are.
That was a big change.
Congratulations.
Speaking of quick changes,
Yes.
9 months and boom, you got a human around.
Yeah.
And so your album is called Mother.
Yeah.
So that, I'm assuming, encouraged that whole thing. So tell us about that, that process. And
Yeah, it's we kind of had the idea before. So I got pregnant first, and we had a no, sorry, no, I'm just kidding. But it was our babies are almost a year apart, unplanned, but almost to the day a year apart.
fun.
But it kind of, the idea of mother, we had that before any of the pregnancies, and that it kind of fed really nicely into when babies were on the scene.
So your intuition.
Yeah, and it did kind of change the kind of our perception of what we were doing and the meaning of life.
We're getting deep here.
Yeah, but it did change quite a lot. And I remember doing the first tour after having my son, and it was an entirely different show for me. It was nothing else matters. I don't care. I could mess this up so badly tonight and it could all go wrong. But the fact that I'm stood here, my son is fine, and I'm stood here on this stage, I enjoyed it on a different level.
Wow.
to like any other show that we'd done before. So in that sense, it kind of changed a lot. But in the making of the record, it opened up lots of different conversations about, motherhood, talking about our mothers, talking about our childhoods, like, so there was, and then just like the idea of this like kind of rooted center of what we do. And we actually made a lot of the record in my house. So our music room was known as the music womb.
The music womb. I love it.
But then we kind of, all these ideas of like the roots and the beginning, the start, the birth of things. And so that it kind of intertwined with.
So it feels like a very, because I think it's really easy to go, oh, mother, there's like two mums, and
had a baby.
AJ's like, hey. But it kind of, for us, it kind of feels more like, particularly after the time that we lost our record deal after the pandemic. And then, so we were like, let's just make something for us. Let's go back to what brought us together. And what brought us together is vocal harmonies, and that's something that we listen to with our parents, with our siblings. Music has been in us from the very beginning. So Mother kind of came from that too, that very beginning of something that, is the catalyst for why we do it. And then we were lucky enough to make the record, and then Chrysalis heard us and were like, we'd like to sign the album to
I have
us.
so many chills right now. I mean, I
know,
think
right?
that's so beautiful. It is a rebirthing. You guys literally got to take care of your inner child and give yourselves a hug. And now, like, we get to listen and give ourselves a hug.
Right.
You
And I
know?
can absolutely relate to the children as a father, children, it brings more joy, just less sleep.
Yeah.
At least early on,
It's crazy that tour now is the break.
Yeah.
It's like tour used to, like, we are driving like 10 hours. We're like, we've got to go because America's huge.
Yeah.
So we're going,
Just a little
so we're like, oh, this is the same state. That'll be fine. No, 10 hours.
Yeah, right.
And so I think it's nice. This is the break. This is such a nice thing to be able to do. We've left the kids at home. The three of us can come away and we do what really makes us happy. The only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, and you've got a source for all of the age appropriate or specific birthday like decorations and stuff. You just buy them.
Yes.
Since the kids are a year apart and they celebrate about the same time.
Clothes,
Works really well
There
for
you
me.
go.
My baby's 1,
Yeah.
her baby's 2, so it means I never have to buy anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, hey, can I
she
get those
gives it
birthday
all back.
candles from last year? That would be great. But it's so great to have the Wandering Hearts. We've got Chess, AJ, and Tara here. And we've been talking all morning, so we're gonna shut up now.
Yep.
But you guys are gonna play us a couple of songs. Which one would you like to play first? And you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. We thought we'd play this song called Not Misunderstood first, which we wrote at a time over, there was a bit of a transitional period for us, even before 2020, where we'd originally been this 4-piece band when we first got together, and then we went through a kind of a crazy time becoming a 3 and trying to re-establish ourselves as a 3. And when we were writing during that period, we got some great stuff out of it. And then a little bit further down the line, recording this album, we went, do you know what? We have these great songs from this troubled time. It sounded so cool. And we come at it from a different point of view now, but some of these songs we thought we've got to put these on the record, even if it means something different to us now. So this is one of those ones.
All right.
Called Not Misunderstood.
Fantastic. We got the Wandering Hearts live here on the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100.
You're hurting, we've all cried. We did what we could. Show me something that's worth this fight. Show me something good.
The times you stood by me, brother, right by my side. One hand upon my shoulder, the other holding a knife.
How long can you tread this water? How long till it pulls you
misunderstood. You pretend that you're not bleeding, wounded by your lies. You ignore the changing seasons, you just close your eyes.
Times you stood behind me, brother, didn't see you hide. One foot in another direction, one for keeping time.
How long can you tread this water? How long till it pulls you under? How long before you discover that I know now and you're not misunderstood? That I know now and you're not misunderstood. Not misunderstood.
Times you stood by me, brother, right by my side.
How long can you tread this water? How long till it pulls you under?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's the Wandering Hearts live here in the Volume.com studio. We've got Chess, AJ, and Tara. And yes, they had a show last night. Yes, it's 9:40 in the morning. And yes, you get a chance to see them. They play in another show here in Nashville tonight at the OG Basement.
I feel like I went to church and it
Get
ain't
your
even
tickets.
Sunday.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys.
Absolutely incredible. So on a morning maybe when you're not doing a live radio appearance, are you guys up singing at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the shower.
I just wanted to see. I'm going to gauge the level of sarcasm in the response
You're probably
because
singing some like different songs. Usually you have to sing like All Right Now or
Oh yeah, my
Hotel
my
California.
son is obsessed with 70s music, and it's all he listens to. He watches
all right now, like free.
Yeah.
All right now.
music videos. He's like, oh, I know, baby, oh, I know. And so,
What's the band he's obsessed with at the minute? How does he say?
oh, Fleetwood Mac, Feetwood Mac
Beat McMac.
is the current one.
That's what I've always
But like
called it.
going to sleep, I'm like trying to get him to sleep, and he's like, sing all right now, sing all right now. So I'm like through the bars of the cot going, all right now, baby, all right now.
To yourself.
Son, you're going to make me sing Paul Rogers now?
I mean, you know, it's like
Hey,
it's
at
not
least
a
it's-
bad.
no.
You know, he's into a good.
It's not Baby Shark right now,
No,
so we're
exactly.
good.
Don't worry
I'd
about
take
it.
free any day.
He's going to be like, free bird. I love that.
Oh, fantastic. So much fun with Chess, AJ, and Tara. And again, show happening tonight at the OG Basement. You don't want to miss that. I see here, too. Oh, also, I should mention Mother, the new album, is out now. Get that if you don't already have it for
Yeah.
amazing harmonies and melodies like that. So the Basement here in Nashville tonight. And then it looks like you only have a few more scheduled dates here in the States before heading back over to, home, essentially,
This is
right?
a quick trip for us,
Yeah.
isn't it? We're here just for a couple of weeks. We are supporting Ruthie Foster.
In Richmond and Rocky
Rocky
Mount,
Mount.
and then we're playing the Mountain Stage in Morgantown.
I
So
love
they're our
this.
last few dates.
And I'm assuming you guys have merchandise at your shows.
We do.
yes.
So this is important because they don't live in the States. So
Yeah.
it's probably a little bit more difficult to get like tangible merchandise. So
Yeah, and Cash is really, we're having a really fun time.
Oh,
with Cash,
yeah.
I know
Any kind
Cash
of,
sounds
like,
exciting.
It's everyone's like, can I give you, can I Venmo? And we don't have Venmo.
No,
Oh,
we've
yeah,
tried
so we're like,
everything.
What is this?
We've tried it all. So we'll be more organised next time we come back.
Sure
We've got
thing.
some vinyl and some CDs and some T-shirts.
I'm
that we'll
so
have at the
excited
show
because I
too.
want to
And
encourage, like, just come to the show and buy the merch
Yeah.
and listen.
It's
100%.
it's an amazing way to support the artists that you love
Yes.
because that's money that
Because Spotify
essentially goes
isn't.
back to your pocket, right?
Yes.
That's not, eliminate the
Like,
middleman. Especially, bring cash, folks.
Yeah,
That's
bring
what we're saying.
cash.
Bring cash. Get your tickets for the show tonight out at the OG Basement. So you've been here for a couple of weeks. How far, did you go all over the country, or was it just kind of maybe from the Mississippi East?
We actually flew into Orlando and played a festival in Miramar Beach.
Yeah.
Which
Nice.
was so cool. Mooncraft.
So beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that must have been
amazing.
great.
Such a cool festival, and the lineup was
Yeah, we got to see Doors.
insane.
Yeah, Lark and Poe.
Yeah, Lake Street Dive.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
fantastic.
Street
Yeah.
Dive.
Was on.
Marcus King was on the next
Yeah.
day with
Yeah.
me, and
It's an amazing.
really
Probably
cool
were wide-eyed
festival.
doing that one. Like,
So
Really
so
cool.
more just the eastern part of the U.S. then? You didn't really
Yes.
make it out west this trip?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Not this time.
But
Yeah.
we
We spent
will
6
again.
weeks.
Yeah.
there.
We come out a lot.
we're coming
Lucky
Yeah,
back.
I think we're back in like August,
September,
September,
October time.
and then again January, February. That's the plan anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it. So you can give us a recap when you
Yes.
come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm in.
Yeah, you guys make sure you come back to Lightning 100 anytime you're in Nashville.
Oh, we will.
So good to have the Wandering Hearts here. And I did want to touch on something that you mentioned, AJ, before you all played that last song, that was one that kind of came out of the downtime, if you will. Everybody had downtime for at least a while in 2020. And I've been really interested. We've had a lot of artists here in the studio, and sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. But that is one of those songs that kind of came out of that time. Is there a lot more material that is like
Hidden?
I'm always curious as to like, okay, we've got this album out. How did the album come about? Like, is it all new songs? I mean, they're new to everybody else, but maybe it was one that you wrote 5 years ago, or you had an old voice memo that you stumbled on and was like, I've completely forgot about that. And then you end up working those songs up. So was this new album, did it all kind of the songs come out of that time, or was it just kind of hit and miss? And was that a productive time for you in the sense that you had time to just write and just come up with ideas and stuff?
Yeah, I think it was totally. I mean, we all live quite separately in the UK, so we did a lot of communicating and writing via Zoom, which is really great and convenient, but not great for singing harmonies in real time.
Right.
So we did get some really great stuff during that time, and there were just a couple of songs that we had written that we came back to, I guess, that we had always wanted to do something with and thought these are great songs, and they fit so nicely into our concept for this record. To tie the whole story together, it would be really cool to have this here, that there. Then obviously when it comes to picking the tracks, we were like, this one's got to be on there. And then you have a bit of back and forth and push and pull where the label might go like, actually, I think we can only have 11 tracks on there.
So what about the Secret Song album that we're going to be doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well, this is the thing, we're sort of nicely we're thinking about the next record already, and some other songs that we had that didn't make it onto this record, we released as an EP before we put Mother out. So the story around this album kind of started before and it continues afterwards with the songs we've written, and I think it's going to carry on. We've still got loads in the bag that we haven't used yet.
Oh, that's good news for all of us, right? That means
It's a goodie bag.
There's going to be more on the way. That's right. So would you all like to play another one? We've got time for
absolutely.
another one. Would love to hear another one. So is this one also on the new album?
This song is called About America. It's not about America, but it's basically about a song that was about America, and it tells the story of how songs can mean different things to different people and how they pick us up sometimes, but we also pass our messages along through generations through songs and the different meanings they can take on for us.
All right. Well, let's hear it. Here it is. It's the Wandering Hearts, once again live here in the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100.
She came down from the hills in the dead of night, silver jewelry flashing in the half moonlight, hair across her face, all that she could taste were her tears as they dried. As she found her love, he was gone for good, heaven out of reach, now she understood. And all the human race, no one could replace all the fears in her eyes. So I sang that song for her about America, the one we used to sing, dreaming we were there. And all the words were lost, they were lost on her. Even though she knew it would never last, she looked into the future and she saw the past. Green eyes of the child, similarly wild as the leaves passed her by. So I sang that song for her about America, the one we used to sing, dreaming we were there. And all the words were lost, they were lost on her. Lost on her, they were lost, they were lost. Lost on her, they were lost, they were lost. Lost on her. Following her footsteps to the place they met, carving out his name, never to forget. Now the child sings as memories begin to disappear from her mind. So I sang that song for her about America, the one we used to sing, dreaming we were there. And all the words were lost, they were lost on her. Lost on her, they were lost, they were lost. Lost on her, they were lost, they were lost. Lost on her.
I'm like internally crying. That was amazing. Oh, it's so sweet. I get what you were saying now. It's like, yeah, everybody has that song. Like, I have songs with some of my best friends, and like we'll sing it or say the lyrics, and like it just brings you back to that pinnacle time of like, remember when we were like kids, and then just every
Takes it to a time and place.
Exactly.
It's all about your perception.
Yeah.
So beautiful
was-
tune.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you. That's like the only thing I can spit out at this point is thank you so much for being
it's
here.
just like living life is pretty cool right
I
now.
know, right? Here in town to do 2 shows, and they made time to be part of the morning show in between those 2 shows. So we're so grateful to have you out at 3rd and Lindsley for our Nashville Sunday night. So again, thank you for that. Thank you for being here this morning. And again, thank you for giving everyone in Nashville another chance to see you before not only leaving town, but again, heading back home to the UK for some more dates in the summertime. But it sounds like the Wandering Hearts will be back stateside later on this year. This has been so fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
This was great. And yes, please do make sure you make plans to come back and join
I'm
Lisa
going
and
to
I.
probably stalk him in the UK. Don't worry. I'll report back.